You Christians? You Christian? You're Christian? You believe in Jesus? Let's talk about Jesus. We're here to talk about Jesus.
But they don't claim him.
Yep.
Hey, they don't want to. If they claim Jesus, they'd be here talking about Jesus.
Exactly.
They'd be here defending the gospel.
Yeah.
Why do they send people to camp and call the ICE their believers? If they love Jesus, yo, it's fucked up.
Go ahead.
I don't get it. I think they're crazy.
It's for the fellowship or sistership. Go ahead.
I thought Christians were all in one body. If Christians really believed in the Bible, they would be up here defending the gospel, defending their gospel, or at least talking about it.
The story of the two mothers, right? Where the one is like, "That's my baby," and the other woman stole the woman's baby because it was more valuable than her child. So they switched it.
Talking about Solomon.
Stealing babies with their feet bound, and then they go to the Pharisee and the woman
Go ahead,
is like,
keep
"Please
going.
just give my child to her. Don't," because he's
It
like,
says,
"Cut it in
"Or
half."
that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
That was the true mother.
Seeing thou hatest instruction, casting my words behind thee." And that's what he done. We tell them, heck, it's right there in front of their face when the pastor reads the scripture. And not even that, it could be a scripture right there to cut what the pastor says anyways. And y'all was still look past that. We out here telling you the right things of what we're supposed to do, and y'all still look past that. We show you.
It must be a tear.
We show you that you're not supposed to do this, and that. And guess what? Y'all put the words, it says right here, "Seeing thou hatest instruction and casting my words behind thee." So you Christians ain't even Christian, Mike.
Yeah, because they're not real Christians.
Right, they're not. We're the real Christians.
We don't cast the words. Yeah. We don't cast the words of the Lord behind us.
Yeah.
We follow it because he told us to do so.
Yeah, exactly. Well, whoever is following the Lord's laws to the best of their ability is considered a true Christian. You know, the ones that don't make up an excuse. How you going to claim yourself to be anointed and you over here making all types of excuses and say that grace is your escape, so you can do whatever it is you want to do? How you going to claim yourself to be anointed, man?
Yeah, get Romans 6:4.
You know, you claim, I can eat anything. I can eat pork, crabs, and all that. All right, I mean, you know, let's, as far as, you know, eating wise, right? As far as the pork and the crabs and all the abominations, use a little common sense. Before we even get to the scriptures, let's use a little common sense. Look at what the crab do. Look at what the lobsters do. Look at what the pigs do. Let's use a little common sense.
And that's in the scripture.
And that's even in the scriptures.
Every pig has tapeworms in it.
I mean, we of course, obviously we use the scriptures and we need the scriptures. But when it comes to that, I mean, guys that don't even believe in the scriptures know. Some people that don't even go in the scriptures even know not to even touch that, eat that stuff. You know? Why would you, the Lord created everything for a reason. And you got the excuse that, why would the Lord create something that's not beneficial? It is beneficial. That don't mean you fucking eat it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be clean in the fucking water.
The question is that, there you go.
It's there to clean the water, and they keep eating it. And they wonder why their insides rot out when they're 55.
Telling me she know, but Jake that read the scriptures don't want to follow that, man.
Yeah, in church every Sunday.
Jake, you Christians are stupid, man. You Christians are literally the worst creatures on the planet, man. You are worse than Esau, man.
Right.
They act like they're
I got
okay,
scripture.
so one of the worst things I think Christians do
Romans
is mittens.
Romans
Is there a way to
10 and
do
3.
Masturbating is gonna hurt
It says, "For they being ignorant."
Spike you. They put
It
them
says,
on
"For they being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God."
I always got that on the other Israelite camps because that's true on them other Israelite camps that how about smell something and you go off and cheat something else or whatever, like the Lord don't create miracles or something like that. But that's definitely going on them Christians. That's definitely going on them Christians. You being ignorant. You being ignorant of Yahweh Shem's righteousness, man. And then you turning it, you taking it, and you creating your own doctrine, right? That's what. What you talking about? That's what the Christians are doing right now. they taking what we believe and mingling it up in their own doctrine, you know. That's what they're doing right now. So it's almost to the point where we can't say you got Christians now that are talking about, oh, you can't eat pork. Where you get that from?
From us.
You know,
for the longest time they was teaching you to eat pork.
Now
all of a sudden you don't want to teach it.
Exactly. You got little groups of Christians that say, yeah, you have to follow the law. It ain't you know, where you get that from?
And another point, right, is that they'll say that those scriptures in the Old Testament are done away with, right? But you got scriptures in the New Testament that say every word of the Lord is pure.
Yep.
And then you got scriptures that say that the word has been tried 7 times. Yep. You know?
Well, I think Hebrews, was it Hebrews? 5th chapter? 7th verse, I think. You got to get it.
Oh, okay.
It says that, lo, I come in the volume of the book and it's written of me. And that's why I got the one you call Jesus in the Old Testament. Read Romans 64.
Right? This is Romans 64. Therefore, we are buried with him by baptism into death, that like as Yahushua was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also shall walk in newness of life.
Keep going.
For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we should be also in the likeness of his resurrection.
Right. Go to 14.
Come on. This is verse 14. For a sin shall not have dominion over you. Right. For ye are not under the law, but under grace.
What scripture is that again?
Romans 6:14.
Oh yeah, I was just getting ready to pull that scripture.
Keep going.
What then? Shall we sin? Because we are not under the law, but under grace?
Right. He's saying, what, should we not sin now? This is for you Christians that say you under grace. Keep going.
All right. Yahweh forbid. Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servant to obey, his servant ye are to whom ye obey.
Right. That's why he said, God forbid, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You going?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Go to Romans 2:13.
This is Romans 2:13. Yep. For not the hearers of the law are just before God.
They don't even hear the law, though. A Christian don't even want to hear the law, man.
Nope. They want to hear grace.
They want to hear the tithing law.
Yeah.
They want to hear that that pork chop.
Well, that's exactly what they're saying. Read that again.
Right.
Because they were talking about hearing the law, but if you keep reading, it's going to tell you why. Go ahead.
For not the hearers of the law are just before God,
Go ahead.
but the doers of the law shall be justified.
There you go. That's when you go in the book of James, when he says, be not hearers, but do it only, but be the doers.
Yep.
So you mean to tell me the first commandment is to love the Lord with all your heart, and you decide, well, your law was not to eat pig, I'm under grace, so I'm not going to eat the pig, I'm going to eat the pig? That means you're not following the first commandment.
Since you in Romans, you get Romans 6:23.
And not only that, it's the first commandment is the biggest part of the law.
Right.
You have what you call laws, and then you have statutes, and then you have commandments.
Right.
Right? Those commandments are justified by the works of the law. And a part of the law is having grace, you know? But you can't fulfill grace to do whatever the hell you want to do. You can't use grace loosely. Yeah, go ahead.
In other words, they doing what they what led us in this place in the first place.
Yeah, I know.
They taking, we under grace. But
Right.
before, when the law was in effect, we could do this, or we
Right.
could sacrifice something.
Right.
So in other words, they doing the same thing what they was doing when the law was in place.
Right.
That led us in this place. Anyway.
So being under grace means, you know what? I can commit adultery because I'm under grace. I can go shoot somebody in the head because I'm under grace.
I bet that's how niggas think. The ones that be wearing the cross around them, they be thinking that shit.
I'm a homosexual, so I'm under grace.
That's
It's like
not
them
surprised.
niggas in the pants they would have their sacrifices ready to go.
Yeah,
sin.
same thing.
That's why Paul said that, because they was doing that again.
Right.
I could go sin, and I'm gonna go ahead and make that sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yes, drain the blood.
And every religion that follow their book, they pretty much be following what their book say. For the most part, you know, you go into the Muslims, they, you know, they'll wrap their head up if they really following it, you know, or a Muslim will stop eating pork, you know. But you give the Bible to a Christian, they only read certain key words that they want to look at. Grace.
Close it.
What you say?
Close it.
Yeah. The song and the dance, man.
Yeah.
Tights and everything.
They keep that part of the law.
Yeah.
They keep them ties rolling in.
Yeah.
Vocab alone, them donations just flowing in. To do what? Vocab alone just using the truth to get donations, man.
Yep.
Go ahead, brother.
That was
Yeah, 6 and
23.
6 and 23.
That's what I had before. Oh, no, that was it.
This is Romans 6 and 23.
I was just in 6, but that's what I was trying to get to.
For the wages of sin is death.
Repeat that.
For the wages of sin is death.
Why would it say that? The wages of sin is death. Why would it say that? If grace was so merciful, and it is, but if grace was so merciful to the extent that y'all say it is, why would it say that?
You said 1 John 3 and 4.
You know, why would it say that the wages of sin is death? Because you can't freely do it.
1 John 3 and 4.
You know, the sin means death.
We got the one hit a quitter scripture can already come up on that. You bring this scripture out on a Christian, they done. What they gonna say, man? The one hit a quitter.
You said 1 John, right?
1 John. Yeah.
Okay. I went to the other John.
Is it 3 and 4? 3 and 4. Yeah, 3 and 4.
So many beautiful things that
Because you Christians are really anti-Messiah, man.
because they want to build.
When you really boil it down, Scripture says that there are many antichrists.
Are these Christians here?
Are y'all Christians? Christians?
You are?
Do you want to talk about the Bible? Of course, you're not really a Christian.
Remember how Peter didn't claim him at the end? Maybe he would have lived and he would have hung out with you.
What was it? 3 and 1?
3 and 4.
Got it. This is first John 3 and 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law.
So wait a minute. I thought you didn't have to keep the law. Right? Go ahead.
For the sin, so like for sin is a transgression of the law.
Right. So if you won't keep the law, that means you're sinning. But they're gonna still say but we're under grace. That was the Christians' way of throwing our heritage continuous to stay in slavery.
They threw it right under the bus.
Eat the pork, eat the pig.
Do whatever you want to do.
Now, if the Lord created the pig to do what it did and it was lawful to eat, why would he create it to be healthy for you? Now all you Christians dying of colon cancer, man.
Damn.
Now you walking around with like your gut look like it got tumors in it.
If you stuff a torpedo under there, under their shirts.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
I tell you, when we was little and we going in them churches, you seen the biggest, widest black woman in the world, man. Widest all indoors.
Indoor.
And she sit on the chair, you hear the chair screaming, and you know.
Like that lady, she broke the chair.
Yeah, that was
You know, they getting the you mentioned it. You mentioned it a while back. You know, the big black women getting up in the back of the limo on the way to church.
Yeah.
And the whole back of the limo on the ground scraping the ground and shit, man.
Yeah, the suspension dragging.
Free will motion.
Yeah.
Real motion.
It was me and somebody I used to know, and we saw this big black church woman get in the car, and it leaned down. Oh no, the driver's side was like down here, and then she hit the bump, and it said, shh. I'm like, God damn.
Did it go up at least?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, it went up. But it was like scraping. It's like if you want to modify suspension of a car, all you need is them.
Damn.
You know, that's all you need. And I don't like to talk about nobody weight, but these black women are, you know, so attitude, I don't even care no more. You know,
when you big and you got the attitude that
that's worse.
That everything about you is ugly.
Yeah, even
if you a beautiful woman and your attitude, because the scripture
you
say
threw
favor
it all
and
away.
beauty is the chief.
Yeah,
Are you the man in your house? Are you the man in your house?
I don't know. He ain't no man in his house.
He's soft and sweet.
You say a woman
Soft
that
and
fears
sweet.
the Lord shall be praised, man.
Yeah.
So,
So,
if
I mean,
that
if
woman
you
praise the Lord,
if they big and they got a right mindset, I take it.
Yeah.
You know, why not? You know.
What that old saying?
More hands, more building.
Shade in the summer, heat in the winter.
Yeah.
Mine
Well, that-